Hello there everybody, and welcome back to another episode of An Ecologist Plays, where we are learning more about nature by playing games. And we are back in Grounded, of course, and you can see here we are back at our little pond house that we have. And there's a new addition. I'm building a tower. Now, this tower will be to connect a whole bunch of zip lines around the yard. This is a very nice little kind of centralized area for me to build, and that's why I've got that. But we're not here to talk about the tower. The tower will get to as we go along. We are in fact here to go dive, and we've got the Water Flea quest there to do, but there are also two other things that I want to go and check out. There is under the pagoda over here, under the little, well, I call it the pagoda, I don't know what it is, but I call it the pagoda. Under here there is a little door that we should be able to access after killing the assistant manager. So you need the assistant manager's key card to go into the one area. So just going in here, and then going through this doorway over here. We've got a whole bunch of little resources here. Yes, 30 quartzite shards, that will be great. 30 marble shards. And that seems to be it. No files, no tapes, no nothing. A little bit of a letdown. There is a bit of a weird squiggle on the top here, indicating I don't know what, actually. Whole bunch of weird things. So something about a network. It seems that he was looking at using the fungal network that connects a whole bunch of plants to actually use as a telephone, but I'm not sure. Little Wendell Tully was getting a bit more eccentric as he went along. But we do have to kill some water fleas, and I've already killed 7 as I went along off screen, but we should still be killing 3 more. Now, I've talked a little bit about the water fleas previously, but the Daphnia water fleas really are very weird. And there is one. There was one. There he is. Right up there. Oh, there's another one. Hello. Oh, there are 3. All 3 that we need to kill are there. Oh, of course, now this one is not working with us. He's staying in there. And now we can go and poke him. But what I recently realized, I think of 3 weeks ago or so, is that you can throw your spears underwater. And I've just crafted a little pebblet spear here because I don't want to throw my bone trident, although you can throw it underwater and it'll probably do massive damage. It's not very accurate, as you can see there, but you can use it to kill something, which is great. If you really want, if you've got a whole bunch of little pebblet spears and you want to use them like little harpoons, you can throw them through the water, which is, you know, nice range attacks. It's still not going to take down Trudy, so do not get any ideas that is going to help you defeat the koi fish, because she is invincible. There she is. Speak of the little devil. Hello, Trudy. But let's just quickly test out our pebblet spear against the spider over there. Oh, that was quite nice damage. I think it was, however, a critical hit, so I'll need to test it out again. And that is the problem. It's gone now. It's floating way over there. So that is obviously the problem. If you do throw the spear, and you need a backup weapon because it is just going to go whee away. Okay, let's see from a distance. You see, that's also the problem there. It's not very easy to aim underwater for that. So let's leave them alone for now. But we are here for the little water fleas. Now, they're called water fleas because of their swimming motion kind of being bouncy. Boink, 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 boink. Which is weird. Alright, so here we do have a very, very weird creature. Now, notice it has one large compound eye. It's a bit of a cyclops over here. But they actually start out with 2 eyes that then fuse until they have one large compound eye by the time that they are adults. They also actually have 2 sets of antennae, one shorter set, one shorter pair in the front, which is used to detect food particles and predators and stuff like that, and the second pair of antennae, which it is using in this case to attack us. Now, the second pair of antennae would actually be to catch and filter food, so yeah, to some extent, yes, catching food like us in this case. Although in real life they feed mostly on algae and phytoplankton, all kinds of smaller things, not really us. They do have sets of legs, which are the little appendages that you can see standing out over here. They actually would have, I think, 5 pairs, though, not just 3 pairs as they've got here. And then they've got this weird carapace. This is their shell. Like the harder shell of a crab, this is now the carapace of the water flea, because they are crustaceans as well. Just tiny, tiny, tiny little crustaceans. Not related to crabs at all, but they have this harder layer on the top. Now, these little guys are very, very weird. They already look weird, but they are even weirder than they look. Now, they have a weird reproduction process, and of course, it has a weird reproduction process. They go through what we call cyclical parthenogenesis. Parthenos refers to virgin, genesis, creation. So this is virgin birth. This is where females will be creating new individuals, babies, without mating. And we talked about something similar basically with the Hymenoptera, with the bees, the bumblebees that we have in-game, where the females also will have sexual and asexual reproduction. And something similar happens with the Daphnia, with the water fleas. And that's because a lot of them will be living in very temporary pools. And eventually those pools will dry up. But there is a period of time during which, as is the case in this pond, when there's a lot of water, a lot of food, not really a lot of predators, they will be doing what we call parthenogenesis, where females, this would most likely be a female. And she is going to just inside her, through asexual reproduction, create new babies. And all those babies are basically going to be clones of her. Exactly the same genetic makeup and all female. Then, as conditions start deteriorating, as the pool starts drying up, then they realize that, oh goodness, we should probably be doing something about this. Some raw science down here as well. And what they then do is the female actually creates a male, also parthenogenically, so also asexually creates a male. In some species, it does seem that some of them can actually change sex to become male, and then they go through the typical sexual reproduction with a male and female mating, and then they create two little eggs, basically. But these eggs don't hatch immediately. Instead, they enter a phase of what we call diapause. Diapause is like hibernation, but extreme hibernation. This is not your normal old run-of-the-mill brown bear hibernation mode. This hibernation here is a stage during which the eggs are completely dormant for up to years. And when I say up to years, I don't mean 3 or 4 years. Those eggs will remain viable but dormant for up to 150 years, which is extraordinary. They are covered by a waterproof coating made by the molt of the female before she basically lays them or before she releases them. And in essence, then those eggs are waiting. The pond dries up, and then the eggs wait until the pond receives water again. And then those eggs will hatch, but not all of them hatch at the same time. Some of them will hatch, some of them will wait until the next rainfall event or the next one after that. In essence, they are doing what we call hedging their bets. Finally got the diving bell gold card there. Oh, speaking of which, I finally also did get the gold card of the lawn mite, which actually should be the clover mite or red spider mite, I guess. But it took me 361 kills before I got it. But I was running around off screen just punching them with my fists to get the little fist mutation. And eventually that gold card dropped. And then I just kind of stopped punching them and ran away because I wanted to show you how many it took to get it. But as I was saying, the hedging your bets is a gambling term. And it just means not putting all your eggs in one basket. If, for example, all those eggs that the Daphnia had laid, the water fleas had laid, hatched the moment there was rain, those little ponds, and I'll show you a picture, this is what it looks like. It's a small little pond very often, and in there you'll find Daphnia, like in this little bag that I got over here. I was working with a mentor of mine in the middle of the Namakwa land, very dryish area, and we found Daphnia in the ponds on the granitic outcrops. But yeah, very cool little creatures. Now, when they are in that diapause egg stage, and there is a specific term for that which I cannot remember at the moment, I'll put it up down below, those little eggs are not just going to remain there, they are going to be dispersed. And they're going to be dispersed with the wind blowing them around, but also by little birds, by wading birds or so that actually go into the water while there is still water there to feed on all kinds of things. and then those eggs getting stuck to those birds' feet. And then the birds accidentally disperse them, of course. This is what we were looking for. And with the bird dispersal, they're actually able, most likely, to spread to quite long distances by being stuck to birds' feet and able to colonize a variety of environments. But here we go. We have found it. Just going to open this. Go in here. This area is flooded, so make sure you've got enough oxygen. But coming in here, let's just have a look. Anything useful there? Nothing for us there. Quartzite shards here. We can make it ourselves. Don't need to pick that up. To this side, some raw science. This was an outpost. This is the Pond Outpost. But we need to get in there, and you need the assistant manager key card. So we have that, and we're able to go in here. A sturdy marble shard, I'll take that, thank you very much. Sturdy quartzite shard, also take that. And there are two very important things here. This is, firstly, a button we can push, which now opens up a door. Ooh, we are going to go to that outpost as well. Not today, but we are going to go there. And then in here, a crate that contains only the left elf charm. This is awesome, especially later on, when you are able to make or complete the charm. The two kids of Dr. Wendell Tully, Thor and Sarah, they each have a charm that's hidden in the backyard. Thor's charm is a bit of a hassle to get, but we are going to go and get it as well. And that one increases your stats, a lot of your different stats, by about 10% in most cases. So that's an amazing one to have. Sarah's charm, if you complete it, the one half, which we have here, gives invincible blocking, which in other words, if you use your shield to block, every time we block, there's a chance that it's actually going to repair our shield. Whereas the other half of the charm is invincible attack, which means that if you attack, there's a chance that your weapon that you are attacking with is going to be repaired. And therefore, if you actually combine the two, you get both of those. So quite a nice charm to have. Now, since we are here, and since the new wolf spider has probably spawned, it is time for us to go battle him again. You can see the Cordyceps fungus has respawned in, or has spawned in here as well. Starting to take over the yard. Okay, that's odd. We have a soldier ant here by the oak tree. Two of them. Occasionally they do make their way here, but it is still very weird to actually see. But while we are looking for the infected wolf spider, thank you once again for tuning into this video, everybody. I really appreciate all your support, and the channel's growth is really, it's all attributed to you guys. You are all legends. And thank you to all of those of you who have subscribed to the channel as well. You guys are really absolute legends. I am loving it. It's amazing to see the comments coming in, the likes, the views, and of course the new subscribers. And for those of you who are new, thanks for joining me and for being part of this community. I really hope you guys learn something. I try to teach you all something new every time. And oh, hello there. That's interesting. That's
Sasquatch! You're in the way!
Sasquatch.
I spy.
Hello there. I wonder who's going to win this fight. Oh, well, that's decided. Oh, he did it. No, has he accidentally attacked? No, he hasn't. Oh, wait. Ooh. Okay. Very interesting ringside seat here. Now, as I've mentioned before, the wolf spider here, the infected wolf spider, wouldn't be able to survive with its abdomen that looks like that. Oh, the infected wolf spider has been knocked unconscious there. And now they're fighting. Oh, this is a very interesting fight. Let's go closer. It's the infected wolf spider against an orb weaver and an orb weaver junior. Remember, the orb weaver junior is most likely the male orb weaver, not a baby. And something interesting I noticed off screen, which I'm not sure whether I missed it before or whether it is new, but the orb weaver juniors I have also now seen spinning webs. I always just saw the adults, or the big ones, the females here, spinning the webs, but I have now also seen the young ones doing that, or the juniors doing that, the males doing that. I'm not sure if that is something new, Or whether that has always been in the game and I just never saw it. Let's see. How's your health looking, Mr. Wolfie? Oh, they didn't even make a dent. But we are going to just let him come in here and whack him. Whew. Hello there. And that didn't go too well there. I was still wearing my flip-flops. Okay, this fight is not going nearly as well as it had previously. But, oh, there we go, finally. Wow, okay, so the mint mace is really extraordinary when trying to attack the infected wolf spider. If you're wondering what weapon to use, first get it to be weakened by everything in the area. And then attack it with the mint mace. And now it's time for us to head back to our picnic table base. Now, getting back to our base here, the fungus has now finally spread to this leg of the picnic table as well. It had appeared there previously, but then during the last 2 episodes it was actually lacking. It was weird. I really expected it to be there, but it is there now. And so are the 2 ladybirds, the infected ladybugs at least. Oh, well, they were infected ladybugs here. Not anymore. So just do keep that in mind if you ever decide to build here. Don't build right over here in this general vicinity where, for example, my weevil trap is, because of the infected ladybugs potentially throwing their little bombs in this direction and killing or destroying whatever is here. Let's see, where's little Snotty? I don't know where Snotty is. Oh no! Snotty's dead. Snotty is missing. Snotty is not here. I can't seem to make a tombstone, so he's not dead. He's just not here. I also don't have the buff that says that I have got my pet. So it seems Snotty has just vanished off this earth. I guess somewhere there is a little weevil with a helmet, a fire ant helmet, running around leading the charge against anybody that oppresses weevils, like the red ants, for example. Oh, that's sad. Oh, goodbye, Snotty. Gone but not forgotten. Now, the reason we are here is to create a weapon that I forgot to make previously. I said I was going to make it and I didn't, but I have it now. And that is now the rusty spear. And as is usual, we immediately have to upgrade the spear to level 5. And now that we have our rusty spear over here with, wow, an amazingly quick attack, it is time for us to head back to the upper yard, to the chair that is right over there. But we are going to be doing that next time. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining me again for this episode. I hope you learned something new about our wonderful friends, the water fleas that do attack us, but they're still quite amazing and really an important part of the aquatic ecosystem. And they are very, very strange indeed, as are many of these creatures that we encounter along the yard. So until next time, everybody, stay safe. I will see you all soon.